Runaway 2.
Cześć, witam Was w kolejnym odcinku serii Zagrajmy w Runaway 2 Sen Żółwia. Poprzedni odcinek skończyliśmy sobie właśnie tutaj. Znaleźliśmy się na jakimś statku, który jakby nie patrzeć wystrojem przypomina nam Nautilusa kapitana Nemo. Niemniej jednak nie wiemy, skąd się to wzięliśmy i co tutaj się wyprawia, tak więc naszym zadaniem będzie oczywiście się w tym zorientować. Na początek troszeczkę się porozglądamy, spójrzmy na tego nurka.
2000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne.
Tak, tutaj Brian tylko potwierdził nasze domysły. Natomiast teraz przyjrzyjmy się tej dziwnej rurze wbudowanej w ścianę.
I wonder if it's some sort of elevator. Let's see what happens when I press this button.
Tak, okazuje się, że jest to winda, tak więc udajmy się teraz na górę i zobaczmy, co uda nam się tutaj znaleźć.
Isn't that... sushi!
Brian! You finally woke up.
It's amazing to see you again.
No, I'm the one who's excited. So how are you feeling?
Well, a bit nervous, because besides the whole Gina problem, the soldiers and the Trantonite, I can't even remember how I got here. The truth is, I don't even know where we are.
Ha ha ha. I got here this morning, but from what Rutger told me about last night, I'm not surprised your memory is shot. And as for the Trantonite, everything has been fixed. You don't have to worry about a thing.
What?
Let me explain. It turns out that a man flying in some bizarre device was painted inside a tomb within the ancient Mayan ruins of Palenque. It's so weird, it looks like a spaceship. So much so that people call it the astronaut of Palenque. As soon as I found out, I took off for Palenque. The stone has to be there. The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic, and he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then. So nobody knows where it might be now? I mean, whatever was inside that tomb?
Don Inigo de Malantuñez y Gagnon. Search for him.
Where can I find him?
No idea. Probably at the bottom of the sea, since he was one of the cruelest pirates of the 16th century. Nobody knows how his galleon, the Orion, managed to survive the harshest tempests, or come out unscathed from battles with much better armed vessels. Legend even has it that his ship's figurehead shined like the sun. However, his sailors are sure that it was all thanks to a lucky charm made of stone, an awesome object that Malantuñez supposedly found in his youth.
And now you're going to tell me the miraculous item came from that robbed grave, right?
You are right. I've been researching, and it appears that as a kid, Captain Malantuñez worked for the conquistador Hernán Cortés. He had the bad fortune of falling in love with Malinche, who was none other than his commander's lover. Cortés challenged him to a duel, ripped out his eye, and left him in the jungles of Chiapas, fewer than 30 miles from the city of Palenque.
So you're suggesting that Malantuñez stole something from the grave, which protected him for the rest of his life? Very interesting. But how can I find his trail?
There's evidence that in 1564, he stole the map of the Manila route, the Spanish crown's best-kept treasure. It could have made him richer than the king himself. After that, his trail is lost. Perhaps he set sail for the Philippines. But if you're so interested, why don't you go look in the archives of the Indies?
I had heard that everything written on Spain's colonies in the Americas could be found in the archives of the Indies in Seville, Spain, and that even professional treasure hunters go there to locate sunken galleons. So I expressed my gratitude to Paco and vamoosed to Seville.
You're unbelievable, Sushi.
Hold on, the hardest part had yet to begin. I'm accustomed to breaking passwords and codes, pushing a button and getting quick results. But when I saw the work I'd have to do in Seville...
Here it is. In this aisle you'll find everything you need about galleons, which disappeared from 1560 to 1570. Look for whatever you want, and don't worry about making noise. I'll be alone tonight.
I searched through book after book, galleon after galleon, and pirate after pirate until... Captain Malantuñez of the Orion. That was it. I found a short passage of what seemed to be Malantuñez's memoirs, taken down by a female prisoner who was with him. On the last pages, his scribe wrote that an English boat had sunk the Orion, and after being rescued, this record keeper went on and on about what a scoundrel Malantuñez was. Lucky for us, the date of the shipwreck is mentioned, March 6th, 1564, 6 days after the Orion set sail on a journey from Acapulco to Manila. I had everything I needed to locate the approximate position of the galleon, so I checked maps from those days, did some calculations, and finally managed to determine an exact point in the Pacific Ocean. That's the whole story, Brian. I charted the possible shipwreck site to an area of less than 80 square nautical miles. Then I called Saturn and told him what direction to take.
80 square miles? Isn't that a lot?
Don't you believe it? A half hour ago, I programmed the sonar to look for underwater objects with the volume of the Orion, and in a few hours it will start to relay its potential coordinates to us. Using that data, Dean Grassick will dive down to find out whether we've hit the jackpot or we have to continue the search. My time estimate is little more than 2 weeks. 3 weeks tops.
Sushi, that's too long. We have to find some other solution.
It's a difficult operation, Brian. The Douglas III's sonar is equipped with the most advanced submarine detection technology. So, unless you can come up with some sort of miracle, we'll have to wait.
Wait a sec. I think I may have missed something.
Okazuje się, że jesteśmy na statku Sushi. Tak, całkiem sporo się tutaj wydarzyło. Natomiast jeszcze, żeby pogłębić tą całą historię, to porozmawiajmy sobie dokładnie z Sushi na wszystkie możliwe tematy.
Who is this Dean Graphic?
Dean Grassick. You've never heard of him? But he's the greatest adventurer and treasure hunter in history. I hired him to go down to the ocean floor and retrieve the Trantonite.
Can we trust him?
Of course. He's a man of perfect moral integrity. For example, he is so generous he even held a contest among the country's youths, and the winner got to go with him on his next adventure. He is a man of his word, as you can see. He's traveling with Camille, the French girl who won the contest.
What part of the boat is he in now?
A while ago, he told me he'd be in the sea lock room, tuning up the diving equipment.
Okej, przejdźmy do innego tematu rozmowy.
I'd rather not talk about him anymore.
Don't be that way, Brian. You'll see how nice he is.
Speaking of Rutger and Saturn,
Yes?
now, how is it they came too?
When you IM'd me about Trantor and the amoeba, I thought it would be a good idea to bring along a man of science. So before departing from Douglasville, I asked Saturn to join my team. As for Rutger, well, that was a bit more spur of the moment.
They're nice guys, but I think we've discussed their participation enough.
Okay, whatever you say.
Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
I'm I'm really grateful to Sushi for all she's done, but we can't wait for 2 weeks. Alpha said their time is running out, so Gina's life depends on me acting fast. I don't know how, but I have to find a way to locate the sunken galleon in the Trantonite before it's too late.
2 tygodnie to faktycznie bardzo długi okres czasu jak na poszukiwania statku, tak więc z pewnością ten proces będziemy musieli w jakiś sposób przyspieszyć. Natomiast teraz przejdźmy sobie dalej, wejdźmy na pokład.
Well, look who's here. I'm gonna go say hello. Rutger, long time no see.
Yo, Brian! Feeling better than yesterday?
This may seem weird to you, but I can't remember anything.
Of course! That's the nice part of Herbidos.
Actually, the last thing I remember is that I got to the port in San Diego with my friend Joshua and...
Slow down, man! Slow down! That little amnesia you have is caused by the berries I put in Herbidos.
Berries?
The only way to remember what happened is...
Oh, just my luck. Raw salmon again.
Salmon? You are one crazy man! No, the only thing I can do is refresh your memory.
Ugh, I was afraid of something like this.
Come on now. Yesterday evening, I left the yacht to wander at the view and fill my lungs with clean ocean air.
Tell me now, how far can you go? When singing ends and you're walking in a beating rain. Summer warms, the cold then is chilling. In the wind, now I hear a voice ringing. Just
Sugar came to me, let me show you something. Can you see that girl being told? Somebody did to her, and now how was her feel? Oh my gosh, that hurts. And what happened then? What happened then? Happened then? Happened then? No,
I'm hungry! Are we
Calm
there yet?
down. Sushi's yacht must be nearby.
Oh no! A Trumpetera's fatocranium, the most perverse species of the universe!
she ran as far as she can from that.
Run, Brian, or it will devour you with its brain-sucking hand!
Rutger,
What happened then?
Hey, Brian,
my friend, it's been so long.
is that bro doing okay?
Hey, don't worry about Joshua. Where's Sushi?
She said to take off upon your arrival, and that she's gonna catch up later by helicopter.
Oh, we arranged to meet up in Palenque when we were IMing. And yesterday she sent me a message at the Anchorage airport saying she's waiting here in San Diego. You wouldn't happen to know why.
No, come on, I'll finish the bong and we get down to navigating. You gonna help me finish it off? Go back to your 2-bit constellation, you coward, fat-headed beast!
Thanks, Rutger. But I haven't slept for days and I can hardly keep my eyes open.
No problem, man. Just lie down in the stateroom and you're gonna come out fresh as an herb.
Impossible. I can't sleep in trains, planes, or automobiles, so forget about boat naps.
That's cause you never tried my Herbidos. Don't trust that nut, Brian! It's probably some sort of perverse potion! It's a recipe based on herbs, mushrooms, wild berries, seeds, everything natural. Good stuff. It's refined to fight the insomnia. And you'll have some amazing dreams, better than with your wascal.
I don't know, Rutger. Your recipes have always seemed a bit potent to me.
Of course, that's why they're so cool. Let's dine. You have some Herbidos. And hey man, you're gonna sleep better than a zombie.
Now I remember. But I refused to take the Herbidos.
Yeah, but didn't you find the orange juice a little strong? Besides, now you're in an amazing mood, no?
Well, I don't agree with what you've done, but I guess you're right on that one. I haven't felt such inner peace for a long time. But explain one thing to me.
What?
I tajemnica amnezji Briana została wyjaśniona. Tutaj oczywiście Rutger chciał dobrze, no ale wyszło jak wyszło. Niemniej jednak wróćmy sobie jeszcze teraz do rozmowy z Rutgerem.
Could you explain what the Rastafarian religion is all about?
No.
The ingredients of Herbidose are legal, aren't they?
Don't worry. Be happy, man. We be 12 miles from the coast, so sit back and enjoy.
That's the telepathic helmet you've got there, isn't it?
Telepathic? Well, it's the one that you gave to that bird-brained Saturn a while back, man. But I want it fair and square, and it's mine now. I brought it to the boat, 'cause it really freaks me out. But for the last 3 days, it don't work. Typical overvalued Babylon machine. By the way, Joshua came here before, man, and told me he had a similar device. But that his was much awesomer and less pathetic.
That whole thing about Saturn being an idiot, it's all in good fun, right?
No, I say it in the worst way. Saturn, imbecile.
The important thing here is not the helmet, it's...
It's what?
We'll talk later, Wrecker.
Sure, man.
Dobra, teraz skoncentrujemy się na przedmiocie, który jest niezbędny do dalszej rozgrywki i który musimy stąd zabrać. Znajduje się on wśród narzędzi ogrodowych. Przyjrzyjmy się temu bliżej.
Pots, hose, insecticide, hoe. Darn, nothing I need.
Take the sand, man.
What?
The sand in those sacks is so finely fine. I'm in awe. Please, take one.
Thanks, but I don't think I need any sand.
You must be pulling my weed, man. Such fine sand. Please take the sand or I will lose my temper.
Okay already, I'll take a sack. Great, now I have this thing to lug around all day.
I tutaj chcąc nie chcąc dostaliśmy worek piasku. Niemniej jednak teraz zwróćmy uwagę na lewą stronę ekranu. Tutaj obok Rutgera leży jakiś dziwny przedmiot. Znamy go już z pierwszej części. Spójrzmy.
That's the telepathic helmet Joshua made to communicate with Trantor, which I gave to Saturn as a gift.
Dobra, spróbujmy go sobie zabrać.
Okay, I'll grab it.
No, man.
What?
Don't want to make you vex, man, but the element is mine and it stays here.
No niestety Rutger nie pozwoli nam zabrać hełmu, no ale trudno, w takim razie już teraz opuścimy sobie tą lokację i udamy się na dół. Myślę, że troszeczkę sobie jeszcze pozwiedzamy ten statek, ponieważ dużo tutaj nie widzieliśmy. Wiemy już, że jest to statek sushi, więc myślę, że tutaj poruszanie się po nim nie będzie w żaden sposób problematyczne. Może na początek wejdźmy sobie tutaj.
Yeah, let's see what's in there. Look who's here! Saturn!
Well, look, it's Sleeping Beauty. Did you dream about anything interesting, BB?
Well, no, I didn't. I don't remember what I dreamt.
Oh, poor thing. Are you aware that Friedrich Kekulé discovered the hexagonal structure of the benzene molecule thanks to a dream?
Well, no, but
And that Robert Louis Stevenson came up with Jekyll and Hyde while he was asleep?
that's very interesting, but
There are no ifs, ands, or buts. So listen, stop contradicting me and tell me about you.
A tutaj mamy Saturna, również znanego z pierwszej części. Tak, dosyć ciekawie się zaczyna. Porozmawiajmy sobie z nim w takim razie.
hey, about that helmet I gave you.
Yeah, I know you gave it to me, but now it belongs to that Jamaican joyrider.
Why does Wrecker have the helmet?
Because he's a perfect idiot, that's why. Anyway, I've designed a better one. The hairdo helmet. It'll be the first helmet that doesn't mess up your hair. Just the opposite, because it'll come with an advanced internal hairstyling system. It'll wash your hair, cut it, do perms. You know, I'm even thinking of adding some arms that'll do manicures. Rutger will turn green with envy.
Did you know the helmet stopped working?
Yeah, Sushi told me about 3 days ago. In the beginning, I thought it was just that idiot's fault. But Joshua explained that it's actually a telepathic helmet that can be used to communicate with Trantorian beings. But since their stone was robbed, the line has been cut off.
Let's forget the helmet for a moment.
Yeah, BB, let's talk about something less unpleasant.
Well, about the Trantonite we're looking for.
Your friend Joshua told me about it. I'd love to get a glimpse of that stuff.
Huh. Joshua still hasn't explained anything to me about the Trantonite.
He hasn't? Well, he says it gives off as many neutrinos as the sun, or even more. I don't know if you know, but neutrinos are particles with hardly any mass that can pass through any solid body without changing direction.
Oh, yeah, of course. I studied physics at the university. I remember that they're created through beta disintegration, and wow, it's too bad they can only be seen using a neutrino detector, because otherwise... Are you thinking the same thing I am?
Do you also think the Mega Fan mixer will work better if I add saws to the mincing blades?
No, Saturn. If we could build a neutrino detector, we could figure out where the trantonite is, couldn't we?
Awesome! I hadn't thought of that. Just yesterday, I was reading an article about neutrino detectors in this month's Do-It-Yourself Science Illustrated. You have to fill a glass tank with fresh water, put photomultipliers in place, and, wait, I better look it up. Improvements in ultra-energy neutrino detectors on pages 31 through 34. Let's see, 28, 29, 30. Dang! The ones where the article should be. I bet that French girl did this.
Huh?
You know, man, the one who came here with Dean Grassick. The poor girl was so bored, I lent her my magazine. She seems so nice. And then she goes and steals just the article we need.
Don't worry. I'll try to get it back.
Let's hope. And try to solve that fresh water problem as well. As for the photomultipliers, that's a piece of cake. We'll use the telepathic helmet sensors. Joshua told me they increase the neutrino's mass and turn it into photons, so it has to work. The only problem is that fool Rutger has the helmet, and I don't know if he's going to want to give it to you. As long as you're going, tell him he's got so much nerve it won't fit in his hat.
If the planet is called Trantor, shouldn't it be called Trantorite instead of Trantonite?
You really get bored, don't you?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we have time to analyze the stone.
Well, it's a shame, because I think it would be wicked as part of my two-mouth bottle.
Getting back to our original topic, you haven't seen Joshua lately, have you?
He just left a minute ago. I am amazed with his cultural knowledge.
Joshua? What did he say?
I'm hungry. Exactly the same words uttered by Mike the Melting Pot Orchard in 1935, right before demonstrating in the flesh that ingesting a set of chrome-plated horseshoes is lethal to human beings.
What's that you're working on there?
Oh, I knew the mini-sub would draw your interest. You don't see a work of techno art like this one every day. And it was a huge success at the last Burning Man Festival, the most advanced art event in the US of A.
What exactly is the mini-sub?
It's a state-of-the-art mutant vehicle, especially indicated for use in underwater explorations. You see, when Dean Grassick goes down to the Orion, it will light up his field of vision. And at the same time, it'll send the images to the command post in the yacht, so that we can take action in the event of danger.
Is it broken?
No, but first I was trying it out in the simulation tank in the cargo hold. And it seemed to me that I could improve the sine wave function to make it more flexible in motion. Plus, I was thinking that if I stick on some electromagnets, I could recycle it to use for underwater skiing.
What is the Burning Man Festival?
Good question. Well, there's a bunch of artists. Works everywhere. Techno art. It's like paradise, but in the middle of the desert.
Very interesting. But let's discuss more important affairs.
Whatever you say, BB.
I'm gonna see what else I can do around here, Saturn.
Okay, BB. See you later.
Alrighty, Saturn.
Hey, wait. Since there's a glass tank in the cargo hold, we can build the neutrino detector in there. Right now, it contains salt water, so you'll have to empty it out and prepare everything so we can refill it with fresh water. You won't have any trouble, because all the water that comes out of the yacht's faucets is fresh. But I told you, as soon as you finish with the tank, get the telepathic helmet back and retrieve that article on the neutrino detector. Come tell me, and I'll get to work.
W tym miejscu pozwoliłam sobie zrobić cięcie, ponieważ tutaj mamy ciekawostkę numer 20, mianowicie nawiązanie tych kolorowych obrazoplakatów do bardzo znanych kolorowych grafik z Marilyn Monroe. Różnica jest tylko taka, że oczywiście na plakacie pojawia się nasza bohaterka z gry, czyli Sushi. No ale dobra, teraz już wracamy sobie do rozgrywki. a rozgrywka robi się znowu ciekawa. Możemy przyspieszyć poszukiwanie Oriona, jeżeli uda nam się stworzyć niejaki detektor neutrino. Tutaj oczywiście będzie nam zależało na tym, żeby się tym jak najszybciej zająć. Jednakowoż potrzebujemy zdobyć kilka przedmiotów, w tym artykuł, który został pożyczony i nigdy nie wrócił do Saturna, a także będziemy musieli odzyskać hełm, co może być nie lada wyzwaniem. Niemniej jednak tym wszystkim już zajmiemy się w kolejnym odcinku. Na dziś to będzie już tyle. Mam nadzieję, że odcinek Wam się podobał, że całą serię ogląda Wam się bardzo przyjemnie. No i cóż, zapraszam Was do kolejnego odcinka, a tymczasem żegnam się już z Wami, tak więc trzymajcie się, hej!